Real quick before I start this video, I'm gonna be live streaming today at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on my Twitch channel where I'm gonna be playing The Walking Dead. Again, that's today at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm gonna be playing The Walking Dead on my Twitch channel, so make sure to tune into that. If you enjoy content like that, where I'm gonna be playing video games, I stream 3 times a week over there. Make sure to click on my Twitch channel link in the description below. Follow me and turn on notifications so we can know whenever I go live. Alright, I was originally going to make this video for yesterday, but one, Jamal Murray took precedent because of his crazy performance he had the other night, and two, I wanted to see how Game 6 went, and I'm glad I did. Alright, so before I start, I'm just letting you guys know that this video is completely unscripted. I didn't write any type of script or anything. I wanted to, make this video fresh off of the game. Just, speak what I'm thinking right now. I'm literally recording this right after the game ended. It's currently 12:05 a.m. Eastern Time. So the game ended probably 10-15 minutes ago. So let me talk about the title of this video as my Xbox Live notifications go off. Let me talk about the title of this video. I'm probably gonna name it something like "The Houston Rockets are extremely frustrating to watch," and they are frustrating to watch. Originally, I wanted to talk about Russell Westbrook and James Harden and talk about how you can't expect them to win a championship this year, because assuming they make it out of this series, they're gonna face the Lakers, and I don't know about you guys, but I don't think anyone outside of a Houston Rockets fan expects the Rockets to beat the Lakers. But originally, I want to talk about how Westbrook and Harden, they're not really expected to win a championship this year, even though a lot of praise was heaped on them before the season started. So, but I want to talk about the team as a whole, because holy mother of God, watching them tonight against the Thunder was just, like I said, extremely frustrating to watch. First of all, let me just talk about their offense. So in terms of the offense, before I get into that, I just want to say this was the first full game I watched of this series. For some reason, I missed the first 5 games of this series, either because I was busy or just had other stuff going on. So I wasn't able to catch any of the previous 5 games. So Game 6 is the first game I was able to sit down and watch the entire thing from beginning to end. And you guys let me know in the comments, but have the Thunder been running this matchup zone this entire series? Because it seemed like the Rockets have never seen a zone defense in their lives before and had no idea what to do against it. Literally, the Thunder were running, and the Rockets were doing the same thing as well. Literally, the Thunder, both teams were running a matchup zone. They weren't running a strict man-to-man. They were running variations of a man-to-man zone defense. Because for those of you who may not know, especially younger kids who may be watching this and don't really know a lot about the NBA, in the NBA, you're not allowed to run strict zone defense. And when I mean strict zone defense, I mean a strict 2-3 or a strict 3-2 zone defense like you see in high school or in college, like just at the lower levels, because it's against the rules. The NBA is all about entertainment and all that stuff. But that's not the point. Point is, the Thunder are running a variation of a man-to-man zone defense, and the Rockets literally had no idea what to do. Like, literally, I want to say 90% of the Rockets' offensive plays from Game 6 was dribbling at the top of the key from either Harden or Westbrook or maybe Eric Gordon, and then they'll either settle for a 3, pull up for a bad mid-range jumper, or they'll drive and kick, which worked some of the time. But for those who watched this entire game like I did, in the fourth quarter, that really cost them, especially Harden and Westbrook. As we all know, Harden had... Actually, no, let me go and get into that. So Harden and Westbrook They had, I believe, the same type of turnover in two of the last. I want to say it was your back to back or two, or it happened two times in a 3 or 4 possession span, like late in the fourth quarter. I want to say it was like 2 minutes or like a minute and a half left, where they had the same type of turnover where they both of them drove inside and tried to kick it out to a 3-point shooter, and they didn't see where they were throwing the ball to. They would just throw it randomly, and it would go right into the hands of an OKC Thunder player. I remember the first time it was Westbrook that day. I believe he threw it right to Schroeder, and then the second time I think it was Harden, and Harden threw it right to Chris Paul. So now from what I remember, the Thunder didn't score on either of those possessions, but then we all know that what happened, and literally at the end of the game, when after Chris Paul hit those 2 free throws, Westbrook had tried to drive inside the lane, and the final seconds probably the tie thing and kick it out for a 3-point shooter, and then he did actually kick out the ball, and he did what me and my friends like to call the jump pass in 2K. Shout out to Sergeant Labs and Lucky J Fox. You guys know who you are. Where you got, for my 2K watchers out there, you know how in 2K20 they have the thing where you drive in and you're jumping in the air for a shot, but then you want to pass it at the last moment. So then when you pass it to a teammate, it's literally like you're throwing a football and the ball you just rocket the ball out of bounds or to the other side of the court. Again, you all know what I'm talking about. I like to call it the jump pass because you all know what I'm talking about. That's basically what Westbrook did, except he threw it way past. I believe it was. I forget who it was. I believe it was. I don't know. I forget who it was. But yeah, he threw it past whichever player he was trying to throw it to, for a dumb turnover. So everything. Westbrook had 6 turnovers in this game. I don't know what happened, but tonight. But so I want to say tonight because I want to say tonight because I'm uploading this video on Tuesday morning, probably around the same time I uploaded my Jamal Murray video, which is at 9 a.m. But Westbrook had 6 turnovers. I want to say probably like 4 or 5 of them were unforced turnovers. Where again, it was either they didn't know what to do against the zone, so he would just pass it or just. Or the point is, they were really dumb turnovers. Now Harden, I want to talk about Harden. Harden had 32 points tonight. He had the quietest 32 points I've seen in a long time. And how many turnovers do we have? Again, sorry, I'm doing this. I have no script for this. I just wanted to get my thoughts on this. He had 5 turnovers, and I'm pretty sure I know a lot of Harden's turnovers were very unforced because what he was doing was when he saw the zone, he either just throw a lazy pass to he would throw a really dumb lazy pass that either get picked off or that there's no way one of the Rockets players will be able to catch it and either go over their head or it be really short to their side. It was just Harden and Westbrook had a lot of unforced errors tonight, and it cost them, especially down the stretch. So, and also again, another thing I want to point out in this video, it's just the Thunder as a whole. They just, with this whole small ball thing, they defy basketball logic. All right, like again, going back to how the Thunder are running a zone defense, like literally, it took the Rockets, I'm not gonna lie, 3 quarters to figure out what to do with the zone defense. You know why? Because in the first 3 quarters, this is like I said, it would be Harden and Westbrook just dribbling the ball in the air, passing to a 3-point shooter, and the 3-point shooter would knock down their shot occasionally. That's the thing. The Rockets are very fortunate because they have a lot of good shooting. That's how they've been able to make this small ball thing work. Is that they have a lot of really good shooters. Like they are filled to the brim with shooting. That's something they want to get away with this small ball lineup thing. Then in the fourth quarter, they finally decided to do to finally break down the zone, which is when you drive and kick. That's what you're supposed to do against a drone. You're supposed to drive and kick or keep passing the ball around the perimeter until the defense gets scrambled up to the point where a shooter is usually going to be open on the perimeter. And for the Rockets, that's really what they should have been doing the entire game. But they didn't do that until they did that at various moments throughout the game. And then they did it, I want to say, for the first half of the fourth quarter. And then the latter half of the fourth quarter, they just, I don't know. I guess you can say Chris Paul happened because Chris Paul was clutch with those back-to-back threes from the right wing. That was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Stop disrespecting this man. But also, speaking of the Thunder, that's another thing. I want to talk about the Thunder real quick too. The Thunder literally did what the Rockets should have been doing, which is that the Thunder were actually breaking down the Rockets' defense. They were doing it a lot. Like Chris Paul would just drive by his defender, and he'll hit a pull-up mid-range jumper, or he does a good job of finding Steven Adams inside for a layup. That's another thing too. Assuming the Rockets make it past the Thunder, I still believe the Rockets are gonna win Game 7 on Wednesday. On Wednesday, well, I don't know. I'm assuming the game's gonna be at night, but assuming the Rockets win this series and they face the Lakers in the semifinals, the Lakers are going to eat their defense alive, because the Lakers just have way too much size and they're going to break down the Rockets' small ball. That's just my opinion, but I might make a more detailed video on it. But again, let's just wait and see what happens in Game 7. I just want to get my thoughts out on this. But yeah, Chris Paul was breaking down the defense, and then even Dennis Schroeder was doing an excellent job breaking down the defense. He was blowing by the Rockets wing defenders for layups, or again, he was just doing a good job of just kicking it out to shooters. Like, I know Luke Dort, he got hot a couple of times. Sorry for the sudden cut there. My capture card crapped out on me. I guess it got sick and tired of me ranting like that. But that's it. I'm gonna end this video for now. I just wanted to say what I wanted to say, and also practice more of an unscripted video format. So now you guys will know. Let me know what you think. Again, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.